Hi, the dumb blonde will now tell the American people how they can bring home our troops and end illegal immigration. Okay, Mexico wants us to pay for and provide homes to 20% of its population. Well, at least they've offered us wholesale oil to strategically offset the wealth of Ahmadinejad and Putin. They haven't. Oh. Then I guess we just pay for their people, kind of like this. In California, for example, there is a state deficit of $5 billion. However, California gives $10.5 billion annually to illegals. 71% of births in LA County are to illegals. $7 billion is the cost to educate illegals and $3 billion to pay for their health care. The balance going to incarceration of illegals, the ones looking for a better way of life through crime. That's just in California. If California didn't give its citizens tax money to illegals, the state of California would have a $5 billion surplus. Unfucking believable. Okay, here's an analogy. Your wife brings an illegal family for you to support in addition to the one you already have. Amazingly, you have to borrow $5,000 every month to pay for both. You and your kids will spend their lives paying the other people's debt. Conversely, if the illegal family went back to their country, you would have an extra $5,000 every month. What would you do? Well, the only thing keeping your family running at a monthly deficit of $5,000 is the family you shouldn't be paying for to begin with. Business and the government tell you if you don't run at a $5,000 a month loss and support the family, you'll have to pay 10 cents more for fruit. Who the fuck cares? Give me my fucking $5,000 a month. I can afford a hell of a lot more than a dime extra for fruit. I may be able to pay off my debt, afford health care, start a savings account. Isn't that what the government bitches at you to do? Start a savings account. I'm supposed to start a savings account to help the debt situation in this country while the government is forcing me to pay for an illegal family and I'm losing $5,000 a month. Does anybody see anything wrong with this? Anybody? Schwarzenegger, how about you? Your state runs at a $5 billion annual deficit on the backs of the legal citizens that voted for you, and you give your citizens money to illegals? Okay, whatever. Let's go with that. Here we go. Mexico is the wealthiest country in Central and South America. Their primary income is from oil. They're the world's 6th largest oil producer. Their second largest source of income is drug smuggling to the United States. And third is American dollars Mexicans send back to Mexico from the United States. According to Mexico, they are our ally, and that's why they give us wholesale oil. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. They don't sell us wholesale oil during wartime. But they've sent troops to assist us in Iraq and Afghanistan like El Salvador did. No? Okay, that's right. I'm confused. They chanted Osama, Osama, Osama at the U.S. team during the World Cup right after 9/11. Well, I guess that's not the same thing as helping. At least Mexico reimburses hardworking Americans for all the social services provided to Mexicans so that Americans can receive free health care too. No, that's not right either. Okay, I got it. Illegals get free health care. We have 20% of Mexico's population in our country, and they bring us drugs and terrorists over the border. Oh yeah, that's it. Mexicans in our country have representation without taxation, and sorry, sales tax does not count. And Americans get taxation without representation. Yeah, that's it. That's what I was thinking. Now see, the U.S., Mexico, and Canada, according to the North American Union, Google it, hopes to combine all 3 countries into one. Now why the hell would the wealthiest country on the planet want to merge with the fucking third world, albeit wealthiest third world country in Central and South America? Frankly, I can't figure it out. Seems like we all go down to Mexico and Canada's level, kind of like this. Using rounded down actual GDP statistics, in 2006, Mexican GDP was $1 trillion. Canadian GDP was $1 trillion. U.S. GDP was $13 trillion in 2006. after a union, we could all average out at $5 trillion. Gee, that's a $4 trillion benefit for Canada and Mexico, and only an $8 trillion loss for us. You. Wow, who would have thought the $5 billion budget deficit in California could look cheap? In Iraq, we're spending about $2 billion a week to keep stability in the Middle East. We could get oil from our country. Oh, what an idea. Stop buying foreign oil, and then this would drive the oil price down. Then suddenly Saudi is our best friend again, and Iran, which is already suffering from oil sanctions, has less money to buy weapons to threaten us with, which means they have less power and more pissed off citizens to overthrow the government. Unlike being in Iraq, my plan would see buying our own oil, using that, we would need no troops for that. It doesn't cost $2 billion a week, and in fact, it saves us tremendously, both literally and figuratively. You would think the liberals would be all over the idea of pulling the majority of troops out of Iraq while providing a massive dose of cash into the states, which could feed and provide health care to the children of those poor families earning a paltry $83,000 a year like the Democrats wanted to do with S-chip. Cool, huh? It solves the oil problem, financially debilitates our enemies, and saves our troops' lives. So what's the problem and what are we waiting for? Well, the negative impact simply outweighs the benefit. I know what common sense people are thinking. What could be more negative than our troops dying and being maimed, separating parents from their families to fight overseas? Our enemy increasing their capacity to annihilate us every time oil prices rise? But come on, what are you, stupid? God, it's the spotted owl, for God's sakes. Human lives and wars, that's just something to complain about, but the poor owls in their natural habitat. Better we send people's daddies to fight and die. I mean, this is America, damn it. We have priorities. So we're back where we started. And yet we still have to provide the tree huggers oil, and they think our slash and burn EPA, energy construction controls, energy production regulatory standards and procedures are cruel, so they prefer getting oil by allowing the killing of wildlife in foreign countries. Get it? I know those of you with common sense are confused. Okay, here. Killing our wildlife and saving our soldiers is bad. Killing foreign wildlife and killing our soldiers is good. Okay, fuck it. You'll never get it. Okay. So how can the rest of us pull off this major coup of not using our oil and still bringing our troops home and decimating the enemy's cash supply without molesting birds? Well...